just give you a brief discussion of this article, which is the theoretical statements. Under the heading appear articles which comprise a forum for a broad scope of original, theoretical, and possibly controversial ideas. These papers are published because of their general interest for psychology. This is the Journal of Genetic Psychology, Theories of Piaget, Bruner, and Espiel, Explanations and Implications. So what this does is as you scroll through here, you can see the structures of what, and just kind of gives you an overview of the people, the theorist. So when you look at like in Bruner's theory, structures are akin to problem-solving strategies and methods for acquiring concepts. Why would I put this article in this? This is a very complicated article because let's just look at that one sentence right there. In Bruner's theory, structures are akin to problem-solving strategies and methods for acquiring concepts. This one sentence, if it'll let me highlight. No, I do not. So I'll just go to the draw. If you wrote that sentence right there on a comprehensive examination, no one really can argue with that. They're like, wow, that person actually learned Bruner. And this is like Piaget's theory. And then like Asbell's, this view emphasizes a structural analysis of process variables. The processes examined, however, are those used in acquiring information, facts, and concepts rather than those used in establishing networks. So whenever you look at these psychologists, it says acquiring information. How do we as human beings and students acquire information? For Bruner, the smallest psychologically meaningful unit for analysis is a combination of strategy plus the content to be acquired. So the way your strategy plus your content. The structures he examines then consist of irreducible fusions of content and strategy. So let's scroll down. Just scroll down. Cognitive growth, what changes in development. Cognitive growth involves changes in the actual systems of thought. Piaget has attempted to represent those systems in terms of mathematical logic and set theory. The logic that describes a particular stage of development might be visualized as a set of rules which acts as a central coordinator. All information must be processed through the coordinator. So the set rules is something we as educators need to teach our students on how to define that and how to train that. Growth is not, however, the simple addition of new rules. When new rules become available to the individual, they actively change the quality of previous ones. So the way you learn is not just building more and more stuff, it's modifying the manner in which your brain operates. Now, Asbell's talks about a continuous accumulation of organized content in a variety of areas. So the more you get, the more you learn, the more your content will grow. In addition, the individual gradually acquires a working vocabulary of transactional or mediating terms. These terms may refer to representations of concrete empirical props or to symbolic representations. Continue on. Just a really good article that you may want to read up on and just skim it. It's really fun because it brings in a lot of the facts from the scientific aspect of it. Bruner contends that the most important type of learning is discovery learning, using problem-solving techniques for acquiring knowledge. The most uniquely personal of all that man knows is that which he has discovered himself. And so you can take the Bruner concept and you could actually put that into one of your own lesson plans. You can do discovery method instruction and see just from this one sentence that Bruner has, this idea of discovery learning has spawned huge research and teaching methods of discovery learning. We even have a discovery channel so people can do that. I don't really know if the discovery channel would be the same as discovery learning. If you watch the discovery channel, you're watching other people discover. So maybe you need to go out there and do some discovery. I changed a spark plug on a lawnmower one time, and I discovered how to do it, and that was very amazing. Whenever you do that, you actually feel a sense of accomplishment whenever you do something where you actually discover how to do it yourself. Certain fundamental similarities between the three theories discussed in this paper suggest that applications to education ought to integrate the specialized contributions of each. The personal perspectives of each theorist, though providing overlapping in-depth studies of features of development, also provide versions of cognition. Each theorist provides a somewhat unique view of the application of a theory of intellectual development. So where everyone continues to differ is, how does one develop intellectually? Is it just putting more and more facts in your head? How does it work? And you get to see that. Piaget has exposed an activity school which seems to be compatible with what many aspects of traditional child development-oriented nursery schools. Bruner advocates a system which emphasizes the teaching of basic concepts and principles, which from that basis encourage the learner to attempt to test intuitiveness, self-directed formulations. So, yeah, it's like a lab school. Very nice little research piece, very thick. A lot of research, a lot of fancy words, but just skim over it. Check out Piaget, check out Bruner, and see how they differed. So hopefully you can read that article and enjoy it for what it is. And it's a very good resource for comprehensive exams.